Hello, everyone. Joe Calzone here, president of Calzone Cases, here to introduce Stephen Stoppenbrink, who is the CEO of Laguna Machines based here in Grand Prairie, Texas. Steve has been nice enough to come by our shop today in Carrollton, Texas, to view our new systems that we just purchased from Laguna. We have two new machines that we purchased, one that was shipped here to Laguna, to our shop in Carrollton, and the second one to our headquarters up in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Calzone Case Company has been around for, actually it'll be 50 years in 2025. And since that time, we've been able to acquire 7 competitors and have grown the company from coast to coast with locations in Bridgeport, Connecticut, started in Norwalk. Texas was our first acquisition back in 1985 up in Louisville, Texas.
Okay.
Dallas Case Company, and then we acquired another company in 1990 by the name of Excalibur Cases in Pacoima, California, later on buying Anvil Cases, which was our largest competitor, and they're the ones who actually founded the industry in 1952. So we're pretty proud of that. We also had a few other acquisitions. Most of them worked out okay. Nobody bats 1,000, but we did good. And during that point in time, we acquired our first Laguna for our California facility and still have that in operation up in our Connecticut facility. Running great, and we're just happy to have Stephen here to share the successes that we've had with his machines. Laguna themselves have been very supportive of us from the very first machine up to, we have 4 of their machines now. We have 2 in Connecticut, and we have 2 here in Texas. Actually, we have 5 and another one out in California that we upgraded. So we're very pleased with the support. We're able to share the data files and the plans that we have and the cutting information and the DXF files throughout our organization, which saves a lot of time.
Absolutely.
Which is another reason to be able to use these machines, because we can have our senior designer based out of Connecticut share files with our production manager here in Dallas and our production manager in California. And it just makes life that much easier. You know, we have many customers that are coast to coast.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you need to make them the same case. So with these files, they can be assured that whether they get the case from Connecticut, Dallas, or LA, it's going to be the same.
Absolutely.
It's very important, especially in the rental industries, that everything be the same. Truck pack wise, that's very important. It's not how many trucks you have on the road, unless you're KISS. Of course, they're retired now, but they had, I think, 12 trailers on the road. It used to be how many trucks, but now with the cost. So you have to be very conscious of that.
Absolutely.
And when designing a case, design them in such a way that it's almost like Tetris. You can build the cases around whatever truck it is going to be based upon U.S. or even overseas. European trucks are a little smaller, so you have to plan accordingly.
Absolutely.
And that just gives us a lot of continuity within the organization to address those needs.
Well, I'm super excited to be here, and Joe, thanks for having us. We design and build these machines right here in Texas, as you know. You've been to our facility. And to be able to partner up with the premier manufacturer that you are in this industry is pretty exciting.
Thank you.
By far, we put you at the highest tier. The CNCs, your vision to move forward with CNC machines and be able to share those files, the fact that they're so precise compared to the days where everything had to be done by hand. Each piece cut on a saw, each piece assembled, somebody putting a screw in one by one. Now, everyone on every machine, with you sharing that file, is built precisely the same way, and all the parts can interchange. I mean, it's brilliant. The latest machine that you bought, the multi-tool machine, is pretty exciting, because now you have the ability to do wood routing, plastics, decals, knife cutting and foam. The fact that you just showed us cutting out a complete insert with precision in 90 seconds.
Yes.
That's pretty exciting.
It's wonderful. It's really exciting because of the vertical integration that we now have with that. We can be able to process our cases that have a custom insert. Many of them are foam lined, but we do have many others that have a special insert, which we can now process ourselves. I mean, that's tremendous. The triple thread, as I call it, the new machine, cutting the material, the wood, the plastic, creasing the plastic, cutting the foam, even the ester foams, which is a softer foam. So you can't just put the foam on the table. The suction's not enough because the foam is too porous, as you know. So you put that thin film over it.
Correct.
Holds it in place, and now you can utilize the machine for cutting the esters, which certainly does increase your productivity and your material utilization, which, as you know, in manufacturing is critical.
It is key.
So.
Well, it's exciting. You really hit on a point to be vertically integrated with that machine, so you're not being held up by a supplier who maybe isn't delivering when you need, not timely, maybe the quality's not there. Now you need to build it. You got to cut the wood. You need to cut the foam. You need to cut the plastic. Whatever it is, you do the scheduling. You have control over it, and you can deliver your products in a timely fashion.
Yeah. We live in a fast-paced world, too.
We do.
We don't get a lot of time for some orders. Opportunities occur. A customer needs a case, whether it be a tour going out. Truck's leaving Friday. Today's Tuesday. You need to have it by Friday. So we have to be able to react quickly, to be able to program the machine quickly, be able to address their needs, whether it's a simple trunk that they might want or something with a more involved interior. We can do that now.
Correct.
And be more confident that we're not going to run around with our hair on fire.
Absolutely. And you've got a good crew back there.
Yes. Chris Darmstetter.
Quite impressed.
Thank you.
Chris did a great job.
Chris is great. He loves working with your guys. I mean, everybody at the Laguna has been very supportive. Luckily we're down the street from you. But even
at this location.
Yeah, but even in Connecticut, you react when we need something, calling on the helpline, whatever might be. Giving us a little problem or whatever, the folks are supportive. If we need a part, they bang it out to us real quick. So, that's the kind of relationship you have to have, with, a vendor, a supplier, customers. I mean, a company such as yourself, we can't have a machine down. That's why we bought the other machine. One of the reasons for Connecticut, because we only have one machine there.
Right.
And that was down for a little bit. We struggled with it. You struggled with it. But, we got it going pretty quickly. But even at that, now we're going back to the old ways of cutting on the table saws, old school, but we still do that.
Yes.
That's how we built the business. But we don't want to do that.
We don't want it. Correct. And it's important for us to have that kind of support. If we're going to deal with top-tier manufacturers like yourself, you need to buy from a company that you can count on.
Absolutely. And I'm excited about some of the new equipment you've got coming out, some of the new tools. I know that you're always thinking ahead, and hopefully we can give you some more business down the road and continue to strengthen our relationship. I appreciate you coming over here.
Well, I sure love being here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve.